Oni Montana ho about on Kron Epemwa se Jola Cabeza Betrejo. Some aka nyina latest from the world of sports nyina so bro. Wacha no so bo apawonsima aduasa ba ko Kessben Maakye dwumadi eso enie. Behensema the Bokata do no eka. Na matters arising from the suspension of the Chief Justice yedi ehon komopi. Professor Kwesi Prempeh of Center for Democratic Development CDD Wakasa also two problems: the way and the removal of the Chief Justice. Why did not first one? And then man be no any woman and in your home. The other kind and they say Chief Justice mua. Yes, so why here a dear be a ensem fata. You could not sem. You suspended up to now. Ghana ni be a lawyer ni be a nim in your soa. I don't man penny so. Now they are suspended the head of the judiciary. Say Uncle Treffy. Yet also me no and say what's the process no constitution article 146 as a chief justice say you be in simua you cover two justices of the Supreme Court. Imagine say o boss now boss we nya asem na subordinate abefa say ko na koko di o boss asem so wo interest e won akonya no mu a masa onum say no be si aka asem na pa afi osa kire say said ye betu electoral commissioner betu NCC Shrag Penny and any justice of the Supreme Court to Adeswa. Oman Penny play role bia wo. Ojidi say Chief Justice there no. Ke we say Oman Penny on play role bia wo. Nemo report no ba na Oman Penny I implementing. But the current situation Oman Penny na or the Coma Council of State na Mampeni na sa constitute committee na Mampeni na sa suspend the Chief Justice no. Professor Kwesi Prempeh say enye say to aso Ghana wo say ensakrai wom ebeba ne ne lawyer for no aba bedi ehon komo ke odi wa ha amana kwaba
over
ke odi
mejo so
na ho ye
adom mere na ho
sa
yaman no baby ekono areho
sa
areho over na
the constitution na ye dwuma
meba be chenti de nti areho no say constitution akade but meba be kire de nti ameno mareho say oh my Ghana when say be newspapers na read but I have peculiar and then emotional discourse on the removal of the Chief Justice. Meba be di hu ko
enko he de kuwakata na eka ibia na enya bre na edin komo.
That's right.
We have said it time and again. Yaka aka say the current constitution of the Republic of Ghana no I was say ye hu bibi the way a constitutional
yes
former President Rawlings no soja aban and na oja soja bebu na to ho eti enema bi wo constitution mu a ye a na epesa la na se onya bambo ne tumi bi se be ya on feel say ye dane every military rule soja fo baba kemam ke be memu no bi e beji tumi na free nsem se ye de aye dwuma emfie be aduasa miensani. Some of these flaws keep up coming. Some from so constitution they be eba but ye peja ani aseje because nipa no be ye mampani a efeba no enti onka ho hwe okotranta ya fe na no hunu say ABCD wo constitution mu a na nka wo se esa no de ye koba ebenya bread na ye di nkomo na se de ye hwensem a the Bokata no eka na yefa ento so nko ye ni.
So yensha say with the daily graphic na yensha that is the mother of all papers enti me yensha say free ho that esro ho ya tro Ghana will mediate to strengthen unity in ECOWAS. President Mahama and Okasa Ansemi to we ECOWAS for Inshimuna Ebaso no and no ensem and Mampeni at the Atujafe Okwase Honoma a justice Gertrude Esaba on Tokunu Nimfoni Edaha. Chief Justice suspended Justice Bafuboni to act. And also at the Hanum say, Yanoba be the home and Commodore Dona, our half fame. Government moved to track down Galamsey financiers and also copy Penima at the hall. And a Ghana, a bright spot in global slow down, and also a Wakratano. And in two court daily graphica and somewhere epimu na no pay ene ne yabobo so I say enei Ghana say obebomode no ahwe say kabum beba eye ECOWAS womo entem President Mahama no den sem yato Chief Justice say atwena sensen Emma Justice Bafuboni ene nei okotana na mu na afei wadi djuma ede aboa sanso ena enei abansi ohwe say womo a say bi womo disika eso omo amutu galamse ase no ha obe tu omase anaso be tu omso sa eno eho ensem enso krata no
Yeva Daily Guide, Kowakratano and Twaso say 13 killed, others injured in gory accident. Man's penis cut off in lover's room. Mahama suspended Tokunu. Bafuboni acting Chief Justice apologized over failed Galamsey promised NPP. JHS student lynched over phone. Na me sha se afresoro a Daily Guide or say kan kwanhia bi si enura kan kwanhia si wa Accra road no na reho ni pedumiensa areho omaya nya independence ekonfie be duoson ni aka Accra nya mfie duoson ye only the major trunk road of Ghana enye double road enye dual carriage Ghana enye mobo
pa
and there be this collision overtaking ye den kwanhia be penifu nyina ahwe nipa dumiensa no Accra na Accra road omahre omo enkwa Mahama suspend Tokunu Bafuboni acting Chief Justice de kan no mampene chese Chief Justice obia nipa bia bebo kwadu atia no ebedi asem no eno so nti wonko trafie na ora Justice Bafuboni ye on the senior most justice of the Supreme Court wono na sisi wo hwechire se o memutemu afọ penin pa apologize over failed Galamsey promise MPP for chere se NDC aban she Ghana mambo so bedi men so Galamsey no betu asentem kra den so mbaye no omo hu no sa de opa Ghana for chew sasem omo kan no no omo ni misese Galamsey no ase tu no eden sa afi se abrantie bi ko share ne dofo dem na kodonku adem na se owie ye na wantuo se o etwa se bi ne ko okudonsu ye firi ho ama say next time ubehunu baby ese ujina jeje school ni bi so se mobile phone no akowia na ya china prono unya Daily Guide that we nyina awom
ya ga the publisher entwaso enfamamwa eha yehu omampanin foni ewa ha sanso na Chief Justice ha onya hye ne wig na ono so emfoni na wa ha na omampanin se de waka nanim asimu a pepa nanim no nyasem kuma na eho na ya trose Ghana's day of shame. As Mahama suspends Chief Justice, minority describes action as judicial coup. No eda paper no enim afeoko so honma government mining decision could spark job losses. Repel investors minority and I know crop katom de babontino and so hana fe okwase honoma uhu osahene so osahene no afenyo markets the phone edaham or say the politicized entrepreneurship afenyo markets in sama ode to dwanti ye chema say enetie ye se Ghana nim guase eda Ghana nim eguase pa na sana kata no twonyam na meka or say Mahama and also mampanin tray Chief Justice Essence sign we minority edom kumana e war parliament no the omode atoja so we aye kuwa omampanin aye ewo ajajefo eso eno ewo pepa no enim afei minority korea asan atrose enei mining ho eye decision aban no afa no ebetima mamanfo elosu omadwuma na afei womo asebe mfa monane a moba be adwuma ha nso
rules the nation
eno minority sem na afei kwase ho no ma the minority leader nti we pan the minority ho sem kwa no de baye minority leader eye afenyo markins ese yenyi politics enfem free sebi anwuma mu na yema omo eniom ho we eyensema afenyo markins so e de atuga
yet the custodian Kowakata na to assess political intrusion threatens Ghana's private sector and os afenyo markin funi wa ha say ankrankro nyuma no na amanyofo do hururu mu a enche na adwuma na gu the custodian I was say Ghana's day of shame said na waka no and also say demolition man Mahama pulls down CJ
captions ahodo
demolition man Mahama pulls down CJ na or the Chief Justice Araba Sabate Kunu ene mampeni Mahama Mfuni enso aba minority slams Mahama's judicial coup and also ewa ha yeah and also minority treatment omodi aba no franka no don pre minority chief mfonsuonyi ewa ha woja ko wakrate ya ni nyina ehum.
Right, afemi called the Daily Dispatch. Now, Daily Dispatch enim ena yatro kesiye se esiedun ketia angry over leading members fighting for NDC's 2028 slot. Enti we a Chairman General ononim fonim eda hanum say na fe ukosura mahama at 2025 Kawu Forum. And also ewo pepa no enso enima ukwa obenye bi enso aka. Okay, Nafe ukwase honmo say I'm not interested in MPP's 2028 slot. Opoku Prempe Matthew Napo and sama no so ede aba enso enono. People wey dey say niam na etwemu dada
na waka. So bo no that amount ti obobo anu a week no yi ba kwabeto.
Ti the chance say do ketie bu afu. Se 2018 May na so NDC for no press hwan na betu franka
no onya bia oni de
eno ewo prakra
se do ketie nya bia oni
o se ono onya se ono nka hwe
aha
onye obedi
ti wo de wo ye wo de awachire wo tete na de wi asata na masa o se bro so tebo
obi ani abre obi enya obedi
asa na no mampani ekoka wo ko business forum se sa co business forum no just the brand putu no app no amanfo so asa say campaign majulos ti bia no na ase ase no kete ati o kawe o se no kete anya bia bedi eti asa Jesus catch you that so say the oye ne ntem
ubefia no na
yo oye ne ntem who was in sacred bia sacred
right wait so koso say mahama some kan e wo ko business forum no enso no e wo paper no mu na okwase ho no ma the flag bearer friend saying the two franka be the chi e de ma
napo yeah got the new crusading guide ewo ora Brian Champon phone wa Dr. Brian Champon eba de nra obeye show ewo blue light ho
300
ada 300 credits 300,000 ononko 3 billion binom de 1.5 1 billion ono de 3 billion
we no catch almost
o say otu for man kwaya obesi market no de amom free masa
wow
na
money the talk
masa I will say money is defense.
Money is defense.
It's kind of
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They wanna make a Bible. Brian Champion money swine. Share. Or say hey, met him yes story now. See within 6 months. Dr. Brian Champion promises to rebuild blue light stores in 1 year with Otun Force permission. Was here man choir? Oh, Ubesia Vienna say ya. I don't know. Damn blast government overcarried process to remove Chief Justice. And also, my who's a girlfriend, ya dame Nufuni waha, former attorney general Kane Abalo ya Penesia, and a more abiding too. So be Chief Justice free on Unko ye cry. Mahama sacks Chief Justice Tokono. Democracy is in crisis. Where so the new crusading house is a Ghana came and come mono. Say IBC Basse near Daniel Butu. Some penny a Chief Justice Eddie. My peninsula just a Casana forces a munity. Nemo etuna say.
Anyway,
it is clear you can't win Galamsey fight. Apologize. Kwane Kasa, Chairman Odino Kofi Appiah, Koka Ebusia Penny, Koka Ebusia Penny, Chairman 1, Koka, or say, and this yabai can say Galamsey umbo mutuase. Na omoba na ma omutu ne nsem omo kan kire se akon no muntimi don pa Ghana for chao se kai ba ne nim se Galamsey ne ko etu no ase etu no eden sa na Ghana for ntse omo pa chao kuka ena eka we
yako the Chronicle na Chronicle nim na the minority leader Edda Honom Osahini speaks at Kawu Business Forum. Ghana's future can be built on partisan loyalty. And also, our Heidi Kaka Honsem, Afei, a Honmon check it to be natural Mahama suspense CJ Tokonu, and also our ho. And Brian, Wapejan and Sa our house, let me rebuild PZ market. Brian pleads with a two form. Ningina Edikan Abuboso to Vayanko.
My father, Daily Searchlight, Bradunti, Yiku Wakata meaning na air can say at the Chronoa no more air can. Daily Searchlight, ena ede air to us so. Now, Daily Searchlight, HS Siege of Tokonu, Mahama in breach of 1992 Constitution, set up rubber stamp committee to hang Tokonu.
Anyway.
Also committee no rubber stamp.
Rubber stamp.
Anyway. Inti we pamno. Pamno. We so controversy between Akunta Mining and friends say Minister of Lands and so the assessor or say government revokes license of Akunta Mining over quite almost criminal activities in the Tano Nimiri Forest. Almost also be ya non say Hokromini concession and the Bedi Hong Kong. Police reshuffle commanders at flashpoint areas and also Yakahwasem. Mahama announces 1,000 scholarships for West African students. Mampene Chester School for Monsusia, they will be brought to my was on them. And if I pim, Yamao in Sechiba, Unyakuakata, ya a day, the sister was ECOWAS must unite against violent extremism. Tinubu and Ebola, Ame Tinubu Nra. Obaye no also the only two I don't know.
My daily statement in media no. Na daily statement na yatro kese say the politicized support for businesses, minority leader charges politicians and also ne waje paper no bia waje afa. Afei Baumia MPP begins nationwide thank you tour. Eno yedika ka ho ensem ewo hanom enso enim. Enei enso Ashama chief wages war against Wunim Red. I know you're there, no. Red na man.
Yeah, red na bag.
Sir. Anyway. Afei, ma yen kwase hoy. Na eho ene yatro that clouds over Ghana's democracy as Mahama suspends Chief Justice and also ewo paper no enim. Erika bobo so akaka ho nsema anti na de ewo ho eno.
My father the Republic Press in Republic Press Kuwa Kratano or say Brian a champion shakes Ashanti region as he pledges reconstruction of Edum market. We are the Republic Press Bunsu Jiraho na wama nensa so ewom. Afe or say Mahama pushes aside CJ. Captions in the Mahama pushes aside CJ. 34 police commanders reshuffled in Galamsey areas. Enra Ekaho Asem and so Ewaha. And then Sefo Fraud Ye Kahonti. When Kuwaka Tana would want to be. Yeah, so Pina Kunya be eta. Details in our woman, but me I can kind. Now, so the call for Agent Trebro 0551 599 933 0551 599 933. So, and Chebeka so 9 a lawyer for no Edding Como. Na yet, dear SCA said I may kind of so to Professor Kwesi Prempeh of Center for Democratic Development CDDA. We're making a post be and rap. Yeah, if you should have time to read it for you. Someone wakano. Just on whom say process and yadia ekoye. The executive director of Ghana Center for Democratic Development, CDD Ghana, Professor Kwesi Prempeh, has raised concerns about the current process for removing Chief Justice of the Superior Court, calling for greater transparency and institutional reform, particularly in light of the recent suspension of Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tokunu. Remember, na mabeka imun semni. See ya de mekwa so na lawyer Dominic Brenya Eddie Nkomo or a private legal practitioner ye targeting in chain futu ne tie ono so said you eka fan some of Ghana memra ho the SCA who say last autumn kan me channel pay wa Kessben FM and Kessben TV Plus so
me mejoso
now pum ye de
yakopan dum so
na me dey chain like it I say some process shas ye ne udi nkomo fa enipa bi eche so me petition akoma mampani say Chief Justice why dem be etia mra eno nti enye nhwemu na betumi a enyini mfiri ho enra krata free mampani aso ya ba kire say omo ahunu say ampa asemi wo ho say Chief Justice be ya no say dem ka say prima facie case etia no eno nti mampani asset a 5-member committee na wagina so suspend the Chief Justice say won trafie kopim say e be kana sem na wie process fa so de baby abedun ray lawyer who say
you mean am that okay constitution no said there 146 I can't pass remove third positions so far I don't know I'm paying them sure or they did you mind but the other is the letter in front of the constitution Okay, yeah, democracy, same.
This station rules the nation.
President Kuma time, we remove Chief Justice.
Yeah.
Na bad democracy, yeah. It been CBM. And those are the things that, as a practitioner of law, I think that there's a loose link, missing links. Our constitution, politicians taking advantage of it.
Article 146 yigina so na yede afasa process ma bidru hey baby a asem ni gina pa yetumi a emama mpani ana ahode amampani wo se wono na oyi committee ya obahwe chief justice asemu na ebra committee be ye adwuma no otimi suspending no eho na asem ni gina so okay article 146 clause 10 na will say the president may, in the case of Chief Justice, acting in accordance with the Council of State, by a warrant signed by him, suspend the Chief Justice. Lawyer for which they must say a shadia a mandate a media and say opa and not obey. Dear Mampany and Ray, who say?
Yes. And you might consider also kind, 14610, and my plan say, during the time of my penny, a former committee, to me, I suspended Chief Justice. And then say, in fact, I see a crowd or say, or suspended that. And next year, would you class a revoke suspension on time and again? And the map, maybe can make us say, there's a loose end in the Constitution. There are lacunas. We know, I think that it's a constitutional dynamic, a working document. The African actually had been especially the Fourth Republic Constitution. And the Madrid, who said, Judicial and other state independent institutions, they are not protected. So you president a crown be fast for impeachment.
Yeah.
Speaker and answer parliament. I think that the politicians protected themselves during the drafting of the 19th Constitution.
Okay.
And other ones, I say, you will quite be to say, oh, you're between here, but you're to protect them.
Lawyer said, okay, Ghana or may any that so in the judiciary. It a soldier for to me, you cool. Now you dissolve parliament constitution na ya suspended, but judiciary there be a ho se be and to no nyina ho na to kotwa obi ani da so say the bay manfo nsa fe de politician do mo saka judiciary no e de go basa obi aba obeyi nipa wa wo ho a onim se be ne opponent e de obaye no obaye na afa kwa bi so na ya wo nkosa. Who said the separation of powers, the independence of the judiciary, going forward, Juma.
Yeah, and some obey the dream one. Now we are all not saved. So there was a church and prepare panel. The judiciary is the bastion of hope. That's the land of last resort. The Bibia and Cosino. What was some of dying? Your courts in the judicial system. Now, say a bonus is here. Yourself for no almost a matter. If I saw her NDC MPP, we defend it, we condemn it. As some not ye crack on change. You see, I know Yako anymore. Say President Mahama took action to you that to talk on if you want to be bad. Apart from be bad, and also be the Ohana. Dear Nani judiciary. What is their independence? Because I need you will say you judges of one. Somewhere even political actors. But immediately I will take judicial oath, I can be said you administer justice according to law, not by your political affiliations. Because this is a crack one. It's a court to be but at least you could transfer with the aftermath with the man and a year. But see, I know and say, can say, oh, you be the canker, so you buy, and answer my yourself will be the canker. Oh, you be, you bet yesterday, judges, then, not. Yes, said judiciary. The Ama Mobia, a few magistrates, I can the last Supreme Court judge to the justice. Say, and I yet to my form no so no. Say, doesn't mean say, would watch some court. Not judge if you were him so it into it, court. Would you buy with or Manuku with And no, the baby as a man, that's what the brand the baby as.
Lawyer, any na ya pesa problem ya my home. If you say, sorry, your constitution, 1992 constitution, ya, and Mampeni Quine. Say or no and our pal Justice of the Superior Court, Free High Court, Court of Appeal, Supreme Court, or no one as our pal Chief Justice. Yeah, to the beer, oh yeah, Chief Justice be no. Now seniors be Supreme Court ho. Enti ye knew ya, maybe a more one said be sabe the way I can be a cry, be lawyers, judges, and a check the 2 year old man penny Samuntino. Ena odena base si asemo ye kodie committee e kotraso no Justice Gabriel Pamani or chairman no 2015 ena John Mahama Breso odene call Supreme Court wo mo aka nyina eye MPP for aban so ne do mo call enti NDC aban hunu se ade no ase politics ena omo de ye omo nyini pa onni omo political inclination sa tumi na ye de amama mpani a ono atimi yi justices no ekosa Supreme Court ho no atimi appoint chief justice irrespective say oba ekora nche e wo Supreme Court no atimi be chief justice no would you say e ade pe be boy?
Yes, because ideally the oka say seniors for ni afa obi foforo amana be chief justice no e be boy no ideally anka seniority na ye say nko bi aye panel say edumi so. But enter if we take no. So one refer some President before by and I said yeah man that Rollins and Breast no. And then the most senior not be an appointed as chief justice. But not Obianka wants them. Even the last first of by President before Justice Judicial the wood. Or no most senior. But and also no. But
and also me kai say honsem kakra by okay Justice Pegane Joyce Bamford I don't know what happened the Brian Powell Justice George Nawudu no said they were peeved and I'm
yes and no abanyofo from one you say I did to be akwayi
yeah
yes naturally you be peeved say oh matter ha che nke do me so and e da komo bi say dey wo ho and e manya ita abanya abaso yi the senior members of the party bi wo ho yeah, appointing Ranchi ministers.
Yeah.
But don't you come up and think because it's not entitlement. A man in Cheshire. So, and yeah, Sir President appointed members of the Superior Court justices, and I say Chief Justice. And when you're appointing, if you say like the constitutional year for some time, that's the M1. This is the time to change it. You do come say be a better son. But Ghana and America no the president appoints to the Supreme Court. You know, say this is the person's ideology.
Yeah. Ono me kasa me a Republican. We kasa me a Democrat.
Exactly. Into the idea of say the ideology in here be a LGBT asama and obebu ako.
That's right.
By the end the entire you say your power there. But kwa ko ye adwuma according to law. You know, that is the no mukra party positions. PNDC time. But on the D as someone as me judge that. What you say? On the man a juma. As you see, another yeah, they a man of some a real. Sabi obi o tini baby before no on pen was a new be a man you need been to know. Yeah, not for foreign. Send your hand on us all. Now, Bujin upon it. John Jinapo, Omunia.
Aye.
Inti ya amanyofo no aka ho de bia no fonye de kum kan sem bi sa sem bana amanyofo do musemu ni asasem
ho na mi gire say asem bana amanyofo do musemu a say utie commentary ekoso social media so a NDC fo ani age say Chief Justice ya suspend no MPP fo no so buafu say democracy ni ase no Omampeni Mahama ye campaign o ka say judicial ni bias oba obe balance niema ohunu say campaign promise no ye ho adwuma and a due process of law na obi dia ba petition no na ekose de o say kro bebe
yo minia unim say ye mra kra ye bi a ye pen say antecedent you bi a say memorandum no bi enti a ye mra no na wa hwa say NDC free NDC AFRC PNDC in the buy.
Yeah.
No more proceed. And AFRC, the PNDC, no, don't do no me meaning for. He said, Omopa and Ra and Yedima. Some of me tribunal system, Crania, Diana, it to me do be crap for yet, not chairman, 7 number, no, no mudiso. In Tiana, I did my do now. On Fisibia, there are some courts, a tank of food, the women and 8 years. And it's all some court to be answered. We are my new and answer. We are about so and also some more there. I found back one and I'll be dipping. And she found so did in some 20 the court. Now, what an idiot yell. Now, say, you are that you prison court to dining.
Yeah.
A court to corner 2012 lesson petition. Nanado to court demand President Mahama say, you're 12 man into an entrance. Na e court to Korea.
Okay.
Nemo ma chire no asebia nsebi enkoye ma wo dia court. Ebia na wasem no appointed there a trunk of fashion but emremu no emfa kwan. Na se editia wa enu tu enkyere say o say o ka se court no e bias towards that. O say wo so hwe wo no. Na hwe say asema me dey question e wo nyina so. But say dey here no yeah, and say MPP judges and NDC judges. And the maybe no. And separation of powers. Okay. There were 3 arms of government.
Sure.
Like executive, legislature, and the judiciary. But I said yes, I have to talk judiciary no asset. The other ones from the hardcore politicians no. You know almost.
Almost some crab say if minister na president ho party for na be sorry aye choboi if amrashabadwafo made the same thing if a judge ho a unti say uniam judges and lawyers will be sorry to bom de na e judge say the PBI enye omo is it
in
fair?
Fact almost that crime ni PR session and they are not supposed to come out to talk to speak we are judge we are MPR to me party kosa utumi ko baby akwe ba we judge na ko party bi asekon ha de na no we ti hey na wadamfoni ni obi hu so na obi ti baby we that have a busy. That's a sapalu. Obi so ko hu so ne no on Mr. Sala mo baby no monsa. That's that kan kosa na so on ni preko kro ye omo servo preko ho. Nti wa anko kro mpo. Nti that is no there omo any safe na. The save almost what you would asem na obey ba we are so transfer no you have no cover, no protection. You see, idea of my president are suspended. No committee, no recommendation, baby, piano. President, control also. I'll say, or recommendation here, Juma.
But the president set up the committee. Mampeni na yi ni penum say Supreme Court judges mienu mo na mo nkodi mo boss asem. And what ni pa miensa aka ho. Can we say president ni say also?
Yes, no, because was sent committee ni we are. Committee there on the advice of the Council of State. And why about him? I have been to take record the dome. Yeah, I say in consultation with the Council of State on the advice. But Supreme Court so that it will say the advice of Council of State is not binding on the president.
Yeah.
Upon offer. But yes, President Biano so was set to committee. We can only hope the president you are a power with the so on. At nipa na power mpanyinfo no would they act according to their conscience?
Yeah, look at the composition of the committee. Yewo Justice Puaman, Justice Asiedu, and yewo former Auditor General Domelovo, one lecturer for University of Ghana and one from the Ghana Armed Forces. Uhunu committee is me in particular. Me sure be said Domelovo one MPP abenya banta. Pa na sem se waburu fie du siani ade call Supreme Court ni asem no krantem yebu awie na chese judgment na aba no emfaso bi ani so uhunu sa di passe se wonko tra committee so na onko di chief justice na chief justice ne subordinate mienu enko tra so ni asem a mom ye constitution this way no how the amendment ase papa
yeah we say yes and because constitution there are loose ends
yeah
there are lacunas to call the demo be say yeah they review no I hear it asaniam The crash say, colleague, only the Edmond Supreme Court. Now you say, maybe I better not or don't be some question. It's an awkward situation.
Sure.
Very awkward. And Obi to say, Mr. Domlego, be over can say, a brand new trouble any year. Man called accumulated leave, whether wrongly or badly. Now you know, not some called the Supreme Court. A chair, minimum still, you cry, you demand, serious no, the court. The woman says, that time, no. That's a token, no, Supreme Court judge. But I still not breast. Don't mind judgment in there now, I beg CJ. By the time of the case in the court, and I chair, you know, which means for some money. But at least not a member of the Supreme Court. Yes. And then the two other your friends and members, you know, of the committee, you know.
Before so we call two other members, you know. Justice Gabriel Parmine, one of the only member of the Supreme Court currently, NDC are buying Abreso. Jomahama Abreso na 2015 the koye. Justice Siedu, MPP Abreso from the koye. Or can 5-member committee now say committee injunction against the suspension of the Chief Justice here. Your friend case last week, and to me amaso because not on tiapo, but or no, and I say wabeka hua. You could ask me. How do you see that? Now senka obana ube here suspension application when to me ama. Now he's a member of the committee, Equity Chief Justice Assembly. Who knows say?
Actually, in some of my teaching, you say, it be a no hint of this committee. It may be a wama. They make it mean. Yes,
pepe.
And the non professor a wapayo. A bishop say, oh, you'll be a no bench justice because piece of bar Supreme Court, you know. Yes, be a or to be.
Yeah.
And now, because it handle be a senior musna at national. With Taha panels, the two justice was not Justice Paman and Maso. And I said Justice Bakuboni and Maso. So I know much to be we all presided. Now we say it's not my presided, and I say, the only thing I say, Chief Justice we was very active Chief Justice. And or more of the judicial work than the administrative work.
Okay.
The case with Bureau are not all so be. Unlike those days I got would be to say presidential petition was meant transport.
Enti say who two Chief Justice say you are suspended no. President bit me revoke suspension ba. Babra nyanye ye. Say who two no fo ka beka say lawyer Martin people just say the iron ma men on resign. Say obekwa akwotran pa na ni juniors e was Supreme Court adoso no na domelovo no mobusa no nsem ye say petitioner ba kon ononko ane allegations ye be 20 na for fraud ye ka ho no. Do you think she should resign peacefully and go? So dey we me kwam ye dey bia de besi bia na enye yie and I say uncle no could defend himself.
Minia, the last thing you should do is to resign.
This station.
If you are resigning now, it's an admission say I now you know.
Why get to?
So and so if you say when you're born so there, vindicate yourself. The anyway, you say and you remove. You say yes, or time be the remove. Yes, one now jump here. And that's why as some simple amount I buy no also.
Okay.
See, to me, dear, you should go and confront her accusers. Say, we now say my year. I just say so. I take it to my new crew
and then the back. Yeah.
Maybe so I can say, more condition of service, you are entitled to those pets.
Yeah, my kind of me, you know,
and fan of 4 time. So 4 time, was she misled? If she did, what is the outcome?
To me, grounds, and not to me, the grounds for the removal of Chief Justice.
Yes, of misconduct, grave misconduct.
Okay.
Every time I became president, all the things say, man, until more Mr. Domlego Besheso.
Okay.
I want to also believe and give them say this I'm paying for because Mr. Domlego no can around. We are doing money in our way. No, Mr. Also, no, everybody in that. Some are plain gossip. I want to believe that he will be truthful to his conscience and perfection as an auditor, and will not do anything say because the president said this will be the outcome, so go and do it. No, I don't want to believe that now, for now.
Finally, say omo de base bi a Chief Justice ye hwe mu no sem kwado de aba odi fo ti mampani e ho kwan so yi ni fra kunwa so a obetim de akọ Supreme Court say committee ni na ni ye ti ye suspend na say the committee ne kan ne montungu mara ma ho kwan sa.
Unfortunately, no, it's not provided.
I see.
So you have an appeal against the conclusion of the committee set up in this way. But we can still test the law.
Interesting. Provision bien your say President Nyaru Boku ya.
You have the right of appeal.
I see. But I think it's not fair.
That's what I'm saying. Say, judiciary, there's no protection. There's no safeguards. Because committee, normally in the committee, other committees, President set up you say white paper. Your president bet you the onion tomb. When the president need any option than to go by the recommendation of the committee.
Lawyer, you don't say you heard the BCH. We are by bidding come with us if you are not paying. Lawyer Dominic Brenya, any no equity and come out suspension of the Chief Justice NFA committee at Mampeni asset na apono and air can was said the air cano in the history of the 1992 constitution you need precedent. She been see that Ghana bako se mono but Kwame Nkrumah breso and na Justice Akukosa obi akọ school usua history kakra bi time no na ye no civic for self education ke o dey okay Justice Akukosa okodi asem na Kwame Nkrumah so ani ni ye oyi no
eso won to ko ye
ai na oyi ne firi ho efiri oyi hu bio 1979 na Chief Justice Akpalo ye constitution ye ka so onko parliament na onko na ye sa vet no okọ vet na parliament for so no ampasse enti ontimi ntoa so na ema Dr. Makutufo de ekọ se da bi na oye head of the Judicial as Chief Justice Court of Appeal. The constitution for Abadi automatically no on a Chief Justice the ntimi nka so san call parliament for vetting bill to the asem call Supreme Court no Supreme Court go to the apalo ntimi enyi no emfiri to no de na nya so akoye bibia ye tu no eno so 70 uyi akukọ sade na esi Kwame Nkrumah de ne free ho a any attempt by Justice George Wood Justice ike uredu no time nyina ebia ni ho a ekọ mampani animu a mampani esomu ekope na mampani abatogu nya ne esase na no nanaro de ye bai okay say na manfo ka say Chief Justice de ekọ na obotugu ye ike uredu mo time nyina bai kofo mo time nyina bai na abatogu e ba mills time wansum this is the only time I ehunu bibi say Ghana atemu asoye no de ekoso no mamenti o take
Wofa. Anope me kasa me raho. Na me ra aho no stem from a fact. But before that no, let me make this quote na afei. Yen twaso ewa hanum say. According to Aung San Suu Kyi, or say the
Aung San Suu Kyi, Bema. Okay, opposition leader. Okay.
The judiciary must be strengthened and released from political interference. That's according to Aung San Suu Kyi in Sama or the Atujano. Now, you say Article 146 of the Constitution. I lay down the rules and regulations. Kwaya Befaswa say Chief Justice. You see, you free honoma. You know a free honor. My men sign infantry just say and nay president so won't in any way in triggering that 146.
Onyem from
Sobia. I'm blame president no. That is why I have a problem. Onyem from so what trigger that way no and so now my kind a lot of comments and they want me Bobo Biso a BHS from legal luminaries a BHS action a president not taking assault and judiciary a BHS the independence of the judiciary at the chief form a be who say almost said that the judiciary a share executives as in a way a big crowd who say democracy and way ebeboa and I said baby a day Chief Justice in sense me kwako rano. Foreign investors are skeptical in coming to Ghana to invest because of a accord. True, say President trigger this. No president let me trigger this under the Fourth Republic. So Fourth Republic, you will be a trigger. A baby na President Naka say who any beer should be a woman tina or more about atwegu. But my problem, and say your constitution said a lawyer bring a cano. And a pave way for some of this. Yes. Your constitution and a Maakye. For 33 years, and you say these things could happen. You're proactive enough. Say these things could happen. Meaning some politician would like to exploit every avenue to his advantage. No matter what the situation. Ofa hone so de hwan kwa ba president so who the constitution na kwa bi da baby a obetumi exploit na aboa no a definitely he will do that. So anai akoba se omanpenin ababonten ena enei worker say constitution ebas for na manfo se omanpenin man nyesa still we go ahead to do that, and you can't begrudge him. I've said it already, because the constitution mandates and I say man crime say yahwe as a country and yahwe masane nyina aba toaso. Now say who say a political tool no more the money will say subject institutions to the division among the two political parties and abeye because ya and I know me share and na listen justice for my pet and na NDC aban and na na call Supreme Court.
Producer project the list of Supreme Court judges no said and run America was no judges of Supreme Court sia no ma yenhwe wo mo a omo ho na yenyina so enka asem nti asem wa joma ma ekaye said the judiciary is not balanced
no. That is where I have a problem, because our constitution no and or the case answer we now the issue is that Osha justice for my pay omo makanyi naya ara MPP government and appoint you say omonko I'm not saying say it is bad, but that was the situation. Say Osha and the wohono Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokonu Chief Justice 2019 Nana Dankwa Kufuado meboa Paul Bafo Bonnie 2008 John Ejekum Kufuor Gabriel Puamai 2015 John Mahama Afei
Abelable Johnson 2019 Nanado Isifu Imoro Tanko Amedu 2020 Nanado Henrietta Mensah Bunsu 2020 Nanado Emmanuel Yoni Kolendi 2020 Nanado Samuel Kwame Esiedu ona esi wakapa na no 2022 Nanado Barbara Francis Akayensu 2022 Nanado George Kingsley Kumson 2023 Nanado NS Yaujeu 2023 Nanado Henry Anthony Kofi 2024 Nanado Yaudako Asare 2024 Nanado Richard Eje Frimpong 2024 Nanado
Inti Justice Puama Pe
and NDC
appointing
on the court Supreme Court.
Now remember when Mahama was in opposition. Impo aba bemukro kan say ohun se judiciary no enye balance. Enti obe page.
But can we say Nanado do omo koy enti no omo nyina ye MP4
no, I'm not saying that. Men kanasa, mean to me kran kasa, because these are justices of high moral character
and proven integrity.
They have walked through the ranks and omudru honum. So they are not just any other persons here. But the politician Emma Yehunu say they have political powers. That's why they are there. That is where my worry is. Now the problem is say tena ho Emma Sanye Moye aba betu ya. Esha se kitwa bio. Yesha se for makawa hada. Institution bi ho man ni say politics ko rem. Near the policy kakako room, not ye heads of institutions free honum. Aba fedi aba true the judiciary. Though the president has the right to do that. You ever blame no Emma ye ankasa ye ho. Because say yantimi am krunu ye judicial friends a constitution no am mend certain friends articles. Any laws be a constitution ma. Ebedu baby no political party leaders cry her opposition be yama political parties no. ebedu offer I bet you ebedu baby no ahwa NDC na MPP for eneko NDC candidate amano and I say MPP na NDC for eneko candidate edi amomo se niam we e kosi ahwe yi it's high time those are mokasa ye na omutimi amend the constitution. They should amend the constitution and take some of these powers away from the president.
Okay,
because the president has the power to appoint and then to disappoint as well. And here be president the be na ko a council of state to meboa now more adusu and na ko parliament for approval na yaba elsewhere in certain jurisdictions when him say you follow said the mo ye mra no nim yes common sense the most the basis of all law follow common sense and ka sabi obi anka wako nanim wa wurem audition mu no enanka possibly ye man that position oko United States man said na lawyer ka no omo ewo kwan a omo fa so e de ye omo de now in our direction it looks as if yeah my politics na the bedu baby na the president will control everything and no for betimi aka say they say ade ontumi nya nso betimi ada no oba and na kura no possible and na possible transgender for yan koyo oba ni akwa koyo oba so it's very dangerous president and na yes setting no omampani don't blame him he's following the article the rules of the constitution or the eye adwuma yen and was yet tenase na say was amend the constitution amend to suit modern trends. Anya sir, Wofa.
Nema behesa. Asabna na Professor Kwesi Prempeh na meka no, ne write up awaye no. Wo say tatumi no a ewo mampani ho. Na o set up committee. Yesi a establish a private facility etiawo. Inti wa suspend o. Ya obie nti asemkura ewo mu. Na a whole head of judiciary. Yaman Kofi. Sa asem na ejina aso no, say ensuo mu, ensuo ni yemvan tu dwa no obi on say say kind of lawyer bring here can go bet me achieve sa cases we there be but after no be anim now the head of judicial so Kofi obi anim ensem a ewo mu afi yasa so ama bampani to me say ono anyi nipa ope say munkodi nasem na mudi nasem na de mo be bra me bia no me de be ye adwuma na ye ka dom level asem ye ka composition of the committee asem we nyina ye ne ma bia mgiri say a constitutional review for ma nko amana somra na me ne senior lawyer ohene amanko agyan eni enkomo fa ho lawyer thank you
thank you
good morning
good morning no
amba cho mpom ye de
obo ade adom oda chen
lawyer chief justice mi bae ni kai ne wudi ho enkomo e ma wo kan se wo de be bi ha wo pa ne se enkomo se mampani be ka se the edro into yen suspended the chief justice and one so den rabemu article 146 clause 10 che say the president may che say opa be ka so onto aso nya na dwuma e bra ehwemu mampani suspended no and o the committee 5 member committee si wo so mo hwe na o mo nka asem no hu no say
yo medas yenti Ghana de sha wajibre eti Kessben sabri sanya emrebi yedi nkomo amekaye no hu se ye wondema nyina eho kwan nanso so no eba democracy nema ye hihye ya ewom se president no constitution no ema ne sa tumi ne de ba hu se mekaye se ebe yiye a enkamemma president emma nkrofo enye no say ontu sa na mo no because e be very dangerous president ena obesete ede ato na wo hwe de asie ya eyade a ha adwempa ye the uyam enhyew ewo ndema ekro iso de a na Ghana democracy no ebia ne da atie no ompese ebe ye yie because omo de adwempa ana say nimdie ehhye constitution no enwene de to ho no madwen ye me say na omo hwe mmiri bi ndia asie because obehwe the first president our pam ana say oyi chief justice efri ho osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah after the Kolongugu bomb incident no na justice akokosa etra case no so omo panel ya say egrofo omode omoba omanim na omonye guilty no president no constitution no to me
hello lawyer
Emma president Nkrumah ejina sa to me no so ekoyi chief justice la kokosa sabre no efri ho oyi no free ho wie no the very assembly or my transfer or my finding Crawford guilty. Ye the free honor. You can fight Chief Justice for Bayern. These people were tried and they were convicted and
Nation rules the nation.
Yeah, constitution. We now say to me, 1960 constitution na president na otumi pam Chief Justice free one. And kayan winim na ye man nye den se enkoba se president betumi de tumi apam Chief Justice free one. Mom ebekwa akofa sa ensenie ti se ne ayede eye council of state abesiwe. Now on their omo constitution no am system ye me what problem with any kwanya ye first why you compose the council of state. Because they say no we council of state at some point here ye dey buy na ye defeating because nipa na ye issue omo edi omo ko no president no e wo influence e wo appointment no pa
sure
and the bad regional abanso so ayeto na say yakoye no partisan enti akoba say untumi nkonya NPP ni wakutu NDC president for enti was obia yeto aba amanu bi okoye NDC ni. And the Council of State is also no appendage of the president. And nonti na must say ye huni aye hui because en kebana say Chief Justice ewo na wa ye bibia yesusu say ne le bibia na odie no egu ne ho fi ana ontumi endia bibia nsi ho kwan say nka ye be famra kwan so na ye yi ne firi na situation a ye wom say ya me emam ya yenhyehyɛ ye say President Mahama ansa na obedi president na wadi kan aserve notice and I wadi kan dia tudwa say under the NDC reset agenda no Chief Justice awo se no onye fit for purpose and I say on to me emma NDC and reset the judiciary. For me that statement President Mahama Okoshia NDC professional lawyers voter regional this asem no to dwa no e ma bia ye hye ye to abama no obedi president so wasanya kasa asem na bia enuti na me last time me no kasa na me kasa nke be ya on ye da wan ko tusa na mo ya sisi e watu because na e afeme asema wadi kan ya candidato wo say Chief Justice we no any fit for purpose. Enti kwambia so no e wo say yesesa no ansa watimi a reset the judiciary. Asem na a free President Mahama ano ba ye ne yade a e ma bia ye nhyehyɛ because they say Chief Justice me sane na wo kan. Yes prima facie case as to at the kodie basis for the establishment of the prima facie case against no me no say him. Me no obi te say sambi jamfia o ti radio so a o kika enema petition no ewo mu a anka wo constitution no say ya o say hearing no crampo should be in camera no tell say it should be ade a was ye wo kokoam and so that obi enhu asamimpo a ekoso e wo saa baby a omo be ka asam no now that sambi jamfia ba bontia o kika enema Chief Justice ayente was ye no free one. Why na eko yi ano say we nchire mu amaame no e dia bandi enti no asem na say di kan ya kan wi because they say I was suspending we say ye kofem na say committee no ka say ondi fa na o ye deden what ma say enti no me ne asie ne kire say chenchene a che committee no kra ehwehwe mu a o ye no kra no minim ye be kwa ko wi ane say yeah, there was a free because I wouldn't free. I didn't think I was suspending. No, suspending now, the senior must not be acting. Now, to say we not the only power of Fana Baba can answer why you think. For me, that is the danger. Sasabre, we mean to show what the higher cost were, but don't say, resetting agenda of the NDC in a quest will be a cast a baby in a few will be I will see a free. They say, Chief Justice. And Ankas will be the petition against the electoral commissioner or establish a prima facie case. And to the only Chief Justice in Florema, Quenya, now more pussy you move into me your move through. Nas a saying the Ebe Ghana, your democracy no dear, and your name bread they and no saying the Beko Kofi. And to me, dear Kofi, there are echoes in Bamia and she pass Nancy ya ba fourth republic ya nka yetimi nka kra asisa bedru baby ayi bedri kwan a ye fa so a ye se ye resetting Ghana no say ya say ya ebekwa aba be ha ye mpa
baba lawyer unyini say ye say the constitution ye no ena di aba bedru baby edo say ye amanyo semi judges omuntimi nkogina baby nye protest kasa kra omo nka bi radio so baby a say a politician say MP minister president the chita for to boy by now ka de ekoso onkra na nyagro nanso as a judiciary ne de obi a nka o masem bi ma omo anso mabonten meka bi eti ye de di obi a no anse honso na ye nyina no asem bia no se bia kukura ba na ye two parliament go ye suspend the constitution. The judiciary is our only hope, but almost why only hope no as a protection be anywhere e wo bomb mobile who no say
eno na make sense who say your constitution no enka hwe dia asisi mbre bia atwam eti no ka ye koye nim no ya hwehwe no such a way say because wontumi so nkofa constitution bi emma say chief justice bi bana or ye ndema mpo a emfata chinchina ya wose otena ho ye judicial independence so that executive
incoming voice call from a KF on Sim Mountain.
The judiciary. But send ya yesi kwrene no
incoming voice call from a KF on Sim Mountain.
Say yin nkrofo fa nko no de komo no betimi abwa
incoming voice call from a KF on Sim Mountain.
Na ne me kan say composition na ye sign enwere wo constitution ma ye de a compose council of state na ye problematic because ama council of state no so no composition na mana koy appendage of the executive. It's about 75% of the people are to the council of state, a president, nipa, and as a president, then we are allegiance, to the president. It's the banners idea, and Kanema, ye safety net. I be protect the judiciary, and also a compromise. And no such situation will be
the finally. Ka two chief justice of work, Kabaka said they don't all resign and now on defending herself to the last descent.
Na Kofi say or resign you, one resign you at the end of this year. Because they say they are suspended. Okay. If they are suspended technically she is no longer the justice until otherwise determined. If you or resign na asamna ekoso no say ayeden. Because don't forget, we can say already, we to say some them film at the radio, so the other NDC for social media almost share what is contained in the petitions. Eguma menufi. And the resign is say, I now resign is say validating some now or more cano and say send the same. And in a very difficult situation, your womb see. But some me find say why yet. Omurgana mra so nti senka waye bibia eye basis say was yin free was chief justice untumi ka say chinchina awontra ho but the point is that until the committee ebeye ni hwehwemu no awie ede the recommendations about president is bound by the recommendation to act on it why say was he pushing by by way of say yen suspending because the moment suspend.
Hello.
The two so and said then as a CA committee because if the conclusion is already they say she will be found liable and culpable there. And they are echo honor and the money Kofi. I don't say say obey resign you say on resign for me the that's the yes the best. And that is the danger because we are precursor.
Okay.
Because we are precursor, so we will be able to do anything to criminal and this will say after say chief justice, then others will follow. And is that the democracy that Yenananom and I papa no yen penny for no yes say 1992 no see Yes, from build Ghana. For me, we should tread cautiously. We should be very, very careful about the way our executive influence the judicial. That is the danger. I am here. And I'm going for a bomb and say, oh, you can see a baby nephew. If we are not very careful, send the other lawyers, they be idea. SC, Oko Supreme Court, I have Basta, I need to see one matters of rule of law. Yes, lest we forget. Baby, I cause to see, a Jamaican, she say, I'm careful, I democracy,
Right.
baby, I deconnect. Under the guise of resetting Ghana, and you're careful, a democracy, behind.
Yo, see, I'll see P. Brown, Yame, and Peso. Right. Lawyer, I have a question. So you're calling a drink a far the SEO. Kodi, you go just somewhere. We are some passo Hana. You go.
Mama law school. Interesting.
Some accountants are law, yet 1+1 is go to 2. That's why we have all the different opinions.
Masters business law.
Right. You go just somewhere.
Yanko na afe yanko MTN F4. Akache na yemfanto dwa se ene MTN se ofon ba ko na so no betimi enya multiple numbers na se o makofa bi e friend se eye eSIM e de aba o se emra so se o live seamlessly with MTN eSIM na afi wetimi enjoy every convenience of multiple numbers on one phone. Also she seamless nya afi na obefa pin now dey akwo and also
go on way sim no say bibia be
digital na che eno na someone say waka say me sim ahye na be kwa kotwa foforo da bi ni nyina na say call MTN my app so download na afi call na afi nyema wo ho na say information on wadi so na afi wetimi app MTN eSIM na before abekọ no hwese obetimi adial *#06# na chese wa check is of phone no eligible say ebetimi akọ a na so wetimi akọ platform so pen inquiry be a phrase 100 na any MTN phone nin komo
MTN for create go so count say o mo de MTN yellow bix aba yellow bix a new multi service bundle ma obi a wo business kakra bia smarter business solution just adwuma wo ye business bia wo no wo MTN yellow bix a ebebo pa enema e wo mu ebi 4G router 4G plus router with 10 gig of data free iguso ma auto for iguso Microsoft Office 365 and a genuine Microsoft application ebo ama fe word bia wo type bia no obetimi aye wo so web is a customized business website for your business ebebo ama nkutawudi ani amanfo di website ni ma wo ton bia no obetimi aye ni nyina Unicom service unified business communication solution no so bo ama a video conference bia no utumi de MTN for say they can't miss out on the yellow bix bay omodia bura MTN office bi ebe wo no customer service bia na koji nchichimu na so jode from to free number no 100 100 and after 0244 308 111 0244 308 111 omi email address ne mtnbusiness@gh.mtn.com okọ so a information akani nyina enso ewo
iPhone see and cancer say obeda no sorry na wapomu ayedin obetena se na otimsa akonwan mu photo afi odem ho beye fe amamanfo aba behwe no mo say yes abrantie dem ni na say akatesi dem ni papa odem ni na mame odem ni a na e o say iPhone products and also ode ekogo there was selection of sofas, couches, dresses, dining sets, center tables and a wide range of beds and mattresses ni nyina no ufie no ene wo dem set ye tibia no ebenya ho academy na ye dia maw na honum ayefe say this season ye woman obetuma save be 30% discount ni nyina na say obenya a perfect blend of style, comfort and affordability ewo ash foam na exclusive furniture promotion no na ekoso no so don't miss out time na akan eswa entinei take advantage na afei bra na beje mega promotion up to 30% on our selected products no friend 0542697487 0542697487 and 0556579214 055657 9214 anase ko showrooms ahodo a ewo Kumasi ene Ghana ha nyina Kumasi de ne de Kumasi Mall o showroom ho Santase Tafo Ahojo SG Mall the main office no a friend Melody showroom no Kase anase ko Ashfoam depo bia ben obia na nsem ya meboswe wako na fo ni ekohwe yesi enka nchem se frosters at internet na so a omudi frodo amanfo entihwe ye se open ye dia na mess no wafre osibia na Ashfoam now Ashfoam feel it and know it.
Kessben University College na free or so we senior high school. So but to addition as a university or more accreditation from Ghana Tertiary Education Commission GTEC. Na Kessben University College near Kamfma War. Yama to me krata certificate ni na if you KNUS neba and don't you call Kessben University College no we are. Aboni krata ubenyano wiase bebia unto siniwum. Call some a Bachelor of Business Administration, a BBA Accounting, Marketing, Human Resource Management, afe Banking and Finance. Option B our pen we choose. BS Information and Communication Technology, Computer Science and Entrepreneurship, BA Media and Communication Studies and Trade ni na omochire ho. Na we SSR. Also our 3 core credit passes, English, Maths and Science, and our 3 elective subjects our area crowd person kusua ho ade. Say also we mature student when you fear dunu no mu a omse bra utumi to audition so ma eyeye. Na up admission form yata. Multi credit savings and loan crowd to be our Ghana ha no when you be at all. Kessben University campus here wo Asida House ebe Asida House Duma and now back Kessben Edwum Hanswa Asida House Duma benye bi Kessben and Cry Kwame Nkrumah Circle Twin Towers abosai no mu ebi ho on main campus no Contas Lake Road and no kasa 0501 637383 0501 637383 na 0264 170475 eso.
Kessben Travel and Tour say baby abeko a obetu kwan e wo wiase afane nyina around the world dear. Baby also wodi wani kire na akonto ho hyehyɛ ne ho nsɛm ode bedan yen eye Kessben Travel and Tour say ewiemu nkoa na abefa tu kwan kwa de a ene bra na afe yentufo ewo ho yenkyerɛ kwan eye ticket ho ensensem yenka ho ensem ma reservations ahodo afe hotel reservation apeso ye flight schedules no sen ene tie plane ben na etu de ene bagana de ene kɔ hefa de ene kɔ direct de ene be transit ne nyina no oba ne no watena se na afe ye no edi nkomo ye ni motse ye no bedi nkomo kama tete bi anim beto ebo asoso akyekiro mu ye amwahu de akobia for wasem ebedan Kessben Travel and Tour na afe ye ni eni nkomo na de adewum ene se enei ye dwene ho enti abase waye onhyehyɛ nyina awie akase obegi ska no obegi ska na de ato ticket no ɛho aye din time no so kwa na ekɔ we have visa no kra na kakra bi ɛna aka bre na ne wontena se ne nhyehyɛ na afei oba wabedi so pepepepepe ebeto ticket no ɛde aman obehu ebeto ticket no aman obehu yen ɛwɔ Kessben Asida House first floor Edum Kumasi friend was 0209 434999 0209-434999.
Right. But I say, Dr. Kosiche wa ha enche bedin komo ba nsoma pa aya krado ya ye ko na ya kotie enkratoa na nso owo edemae. Nsoma ba?
Yes, boss.
Akwa ba?
Yeah, Asia.
Na ho ye de?
Yes, Adam. Now so.
Great. Yame de ache.
Yeah, that is us.
And so there na o mai.
Tabia Rona.
That's right.
Product say what Tabia Heba Company Limited. And then they say be the Hong Kong.
Ti ene emu de he na yentwi asenti.
Na yem ntini ka me fa for ni na.
Okay.
Buwe kakra na buwe kakra.
Bu bia tot my. That's right. Fantastic.
Timpacho Tabia yamamu nyina akwa aba edum ba Kessben 93.3. Emra so yedi nkomo se ye wo se odi sima kakra bi maye na uti wapom de ho nkomo e free Tabia Herbal Company Limited. Your number is 0243 686861 0243 686861 and that's 0245 749206 0245 749206 0206. Where numbers are offer ebeba Tabia Herbal Company Limited ho direct. Nyame adom Tabia yewo enrum akomako enan. Yewo Tabia herbal capsules no. Eno na yenim ni se sisi yare dura, sisi ni mu amaman, ni pedua ni mu flames, fi bia free ho. Se dru ni dia ye ni se detoxify wo body no. Enyi ade bia ni pedua no empem free mu. De nafumu aye kutu, de wanya constipation, de ontimi nko washroom frequently no. Wonya Tabia herbal capsules na. Eno de eye press, kedru. Eti mpawche no wonom a wobepeda wo nkwa adwuma nye bibia wo fie na nka wanom baako de amaye na etimi aye omu adwuma fine wobonsa ade bechi no na wo body ni nyina ye okay na toxics bi e woni padua ni mu a ehun hia se beko wo body nim na kofa yare bi ti se daachi stroke bi e de abeto so ne ade no unya Tabia herbal capsules na eyi ni nyina e di free ho e ma o afi ade ba ko a Tabia herbal capsules ne se tu ase pa e ye koko pulse koko koko ne yakase koko ya na ebi ka se eyi bi na skin tag bi na esisi won ho no bi a na koko ne nyina anye koko ne nyina anye koko ba bi ebetimi afifiu no ebetimi afifiu umu anasa oto ano ti uhunu ne saa na uhunu se koko no edu stage koko no kwa de yakase yeka ho asema yenwie because you umu stage so you grade 1 ne you grade 2 ne you grade 3 koko no enti mpawcho yare bia serious enti wonya hunu se ebia wo de wo constipation to so saa se de nipa bia nyankopon ye system na wo de wo washroom a wo bre ansana de nipadua na adwumadi a edi wo nipadua na mawie na efi ni de nhia na wo se besene kono o bra ansana wonsa timi akasa de na besena kwa na chese wo yare aye constipation e basa unya Tabia herbal capsules na etimi yi sa de ni nyina fi nipadua nim e de ma otimi sro koko ye yare bia eya papa ni tichu ye wo mo a omo de fifi omo to ano no ya papa bobi oho owura washroom say na opia owura washroom na ho na obre okwa oti yaw afia se ade na ade ni firi ho ba se kokobo no unya Tabia herbal capsules na ebeyi sa ade ni nyina firi ho obi si ho a okọ private a ohun se moja wom sa ne na wo internal pulse ni bi wo de na fifiri mu ebasa wonyom Tabia herbal capsules na the first day na obonso obe minister edro no ukọ washroom abohunu moja ene flames ni chese edro na ye adwuma pa wo hunu kitikiti saa no ano odin ti mesra problem a mebuboso you o se bia entempara no abura pharmacy ene herbal shop Lanzi shop over the counter na wakwa kopɛ Tabia herbal capsules no Tabia de munim ye free tete se ye nure de aba ne de nyankopon adumi hu de wanom Tabia dro aka se edro we no me ye manya problem da bi ya adom awurade e de adom ye enti wonya Tabia herbal capsules na de me pesa o hye ne nsoma menie say bia make so bi ho se me de me yemo edin pa o ma me edro okay me konom na o se me number akono e bia ba akono enye me hwempa o chew di dosage ne so fama ye enubuna ne ahama na ye de ye edro no ano edin wo Tabia herbal capsules ni mu enti wo de number akopɛ anka wo kra na wotwe say bia na make say wo te me nka na akoto Tabia herbal capsules ni bia onum ne na se wo yafunu ni mu anka wo kra twen na wotwe se ne no na wasanom eduro ni beye omu adwuma obi wo ho ne yemu amre to nom ye na ebeka no e na e ka sa na wura washroom so ma ne haw e wo se yi wo sisi ni mu amaman e yi fi bia de ni padua ni hia ni free mu enti se adwumadie ni na eduro no ekoye e basa enkofa bibia nkotwa no ma eduro ni kwan na nya omu adwuma na enyi sa de ni free ho ade achi a uwa hoden obesori akọ ewa dwuma so akọ ye bibia pese obia enchini aduane bia enchini nkruma ena enchini ayoyo ena enchini bibia eduro no no ma betimi edi aduane bia pese wudi bia na emom no ade a ye pese wo hye no so say because say ya akaduro ni to no ma untimi mfa ntutu kwan untimi mfa nkọ adwuma untimi mfa nkọ ba bia pese wo kọ because ebe kan e kan na wo so wura washroom e bia ba bia waduru na washroom ni ho na ahwe a wakọ ha wo enu nti ne yese wonu ma mfa nkọ ba bia enye se bia duro na chiwade ana se bibisa no ti mesra wo tie me na wo sa problem na Tabia herbal capsules no emmel because I am tim na wo so bebre de tipaye bebrebrel de bia no wo headache de bia onko akata de bia because sa efini da so wo mu e wo se besne epie but obody ni ntimi ene wo honam ne nanti ye masa yawe na ade efini mafiri ni padwa ni mu nkwa na wapetabia heba capsules no na eyi ni nyina e de afiri ho e de amawo ebi o ye watabia zanike na eno de ye for your general well-being e boost your immune system esiesie ni padwa ni mu akwa ni nyina e ma ahoden stronko e ba ni padwa ni na wo fa ye ni padwa yi si wo se ya ye wo white blood cell ene ye wo red blood cell ni nyina ho hia ma ni padwa no na so say white blood cell na ho de ne ba foma eno na ya na yare ahodo bebre e bo no enti obi a onom taapia zanike no de bia ne ho odin yen ka so no de onyare kra ene na wo ye yi mota wo nya nipa enipa bia no one way or the other na wo se wo yare e ma hunu se bibise ewura nipadua no untimi ntina ho memfa ne se be 5 years na onka se me dia me nyare da me tikra mo me ana se me nikra mo me pre me dabi uye de ya be yare but e was say enubina ne amana nyankopon de akyeye no wo hwe wo nipadua no so ye sa 2 minutes de kura wa wo nsem se wa onka sa wo be hwe wo nipadua no so ye eni nti na odi sa ehu nimde na maye se yemfa nya eduro enti wo nom wo ha wo nom sa nnunum a nipadua ne nyini fe flourish nipadua no se be ya yare ne ba eduro ne betimi abo yare ne ho ban yi afiri ho de ama wo eno ye taabia zanike no kwasem se eduro no so ye kama pa because wo hwe ye nubina ne ha ma ye de aye ye eduro a ye hye that steady plant no hunu se plant we ye de ba no e ba beboa nipadua ne se enti wo hwe uyi taabia zanike na ye de turmeric na ginger na wo wa hwe saadi we ni nyina ye natural na ya ka bomo ye de aye taabia zanike no e de ama enti e boost immune system no kwan so nkoso kra ma wa ho de foforo apart from eno no so kutia infections nkeka ya yemfa ye ni hunu microorganism yemfa ye ni hunu na yakọ pikipiki efiri baabi a omukuru omukari sa yare ni nyina bi enti mesro ena idie yare no wo tena ha na bia wo pick from there bon ho ban nom taabia zanike no infections ahodo nyina eyi ni nyina emfamfiri won fama your numbers is 0243 68 61 0243 68 and I says 0245 74 92 06 0245 74 92 06 Mr. Baby a opese oto aduro ni free bia no ebi wo ho obetimi akọ na emom no bia peke numbers no se de misi chiechiem na bia na oteke mu si woti bibi kakra bi opese onye nchemu ni ya ofre numbers na ebepa ye ho direct open no dodo atunso a wo kokolinak misty herbal apidank baseline pharmaceutical yellow and orange pf mo sax pharmacy mo a wo ha benya no dodo so atu na emom no opese ofa ni bebre ebia be 50 cartons 100 cartons 2000 5000 1000 na wa friend number no aba factory ya we put soja na wa ba bitu every hot tabia herbal product no wonso enum bia no pay de medija wetiefu nyina enum.
All right, so Baba
yes boss yes does
ya mi show pa ya ko tabia herbal center ekokoje wo mo enkratoe ensroma pa na otening kanemra fie na emedi nkomo Dr. Kwesiche ewa former Central Regional Communication Director the New Patriotic Party Sarasura Abdul Mujib Abdul Rahman also a communication team member for the ruling National Democratic Congress and this in Penifo and the normal Edi nkomo the suspension of the Chief Justice and a committee set up to probe the petition and allegations against her. The fight against Galamsey a contaman and fortress a similar last minister air cano and you cre tanonym reforest winning why an air cano cre Doctor
yeah
Aquaba
yeah no minia
now here
no ya monse
nyamedi ache
that's bad no what you
aye
that's it
great
sister bako German was what you
okay
and you person sister ya
okay
and to so person no dim community and check no obefro no no abo points
right
I mention tipo ne ahwefo nyina this the say abayi Ghana po nyina so moye for want of time no I mean observe protocols ni na nefa nchama his excellency the former president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne me party mpanyimfo nyina ne ende o mase de o moyama blue light for no so me ji say de o mase pa o de o moye no na me started with Saturday no and I said I think it was Monday and I'm share more sister stations ne ba ko na and this ni bi e ka che say any kwase jo mahama or din ho kobo na na do meto what is asem no
Dabi.
Okay now any kwase kokko san ho ne ade
Okay, co business forum no
wa ko tasem any kwase kokko no ho ne ade but this for mu nya betro wo pe party a wo madi aban a wo mani nya NDC which was wo mu ra ho sa be kane wo mu problem mentime ho but ade ba ko na pese me ye ne clan o pese Mahama ohia Nanado more than say Nanado hiano. What I say? Because on one kasa na mutum say the oka boko asem say His Excellency Nanado Kroatia na also say you are ne otumfo adi nkomo efa boko no wate so mu didi won komo ne ade. A wono be ba no one Nanado adi nkomo no mahwe how best o betimi aboa ne. Ti we gidi say sansensem na free nipa ne bia no. Titu NDC for no munyai. Amwa obi a. Say prosecution be ko so a president then obetimi aye judge for ni ti asem no asem yeda ebe kwa ma dem mo no asem yeda ebe bo tia o so atase enti no be gidi se ye hwe kwa ebe boy na that sort of a question no be kai se tema kwa wuta mu ebe amu be kwa wo wonu asentoni crazy ba ku smart ko tra radio so wetu obeto to kwa be ba na ade ma kwa fo no bebre be kasa ede fa ho. And now me say it was a good step so on the mechano so obi akura won se forum na koso panyimfo leaders mi no timi ahia ya cheche ho esre ne ade no na the mark bi e ba mark of unity be of purpose e dey ba but for him to come and sit on radio now almost so mu kan ya na ye te say there anoma ya bohwe o mu tu a wo nyina tubom na fe odu ba bia na abusa say na de ntini etu ye obi anim de nti ayetu enti ye nhwe na me say ho ye mfasisi ye issue of Chief Justice there. Me gidi say Mahama na nkrofo no maka ho asem dada. Se ye ba ye be pam no. O maka ho asem dada o ka ba kokwa o UN United States. Me gidi say forum bi ase. My record ha no ka ho asem say there must be a friend say also more bibi o judicial nominee but unfortunate. Mencha a friend say lawyer Onijan, the Okai na men ya 100%. Some of me and she na said the nkofo no keka ko judicial no ho no. Adwembone abo mutrim. Adwembone na wo mutrim. Ante sanka de mebi o. Judge fo mu hoyi, o mu ye o madwuma. Obi a ye na dwuma. Enya judge fo ya na ko ja to force. Enya o mu abi. Ya His Excellency na Nado point o. Enya o mu bia. To force ni Japan, enya o mu abi na ko ja o mu. Enya o mu abi na ko ase domlabo na se mo de. Iti yakoba se bibi ba na se koma wa ano de judge for no ye the best e ba na nkoma de a judge for no ye unanimous FC eti no ene mane bi ho a me gidi se o se nyina ye hwe na ma eti se sa 3 arms of government no si anhwe ye na ye ma ba ko e overpower especially the judicial na Ghana ha se ye wasempa abonepo ye wasempo nepo because wakofa judiciary we wakofa wafa parliament ebo of presidency. No say be for judiciary aka ho. Na fe de media no de Forte State no de. And one say was say asenwa. No say no de peace so. Survival be na nipa betimi asurvive okrowa. Oh, enti no megiri say was ye hwe na asem no so mu ka na esi ye. Menim say Chief Justice, former Chief Justice back no say otimu bi. And o see case ho. Na case ho na say yanka nwie ya. Ye de na NDC 14 veteran radio so ebo atoko no abone kwadu ede no betimi atra TV so abone kwadu wakoyewe wabra afekura na committee no ya form committee na omo se omo ko trans ni ahwehwem committee ni nyan trans one day o antu hwe sa meja mfi no TV so ne radio so kika nsem fun basasa acha sa de ma no mupe ede no mupe anya radio so no ne edi court case o see ya no be ya ukodu court no antimi approve case na ebotia wa ozie judicial no taye judicial no pay asem ne de keka ka ho etima stress wo mu ma embra no nya dwuma se asem bra no ne de ya dwuma wo mu ma embra no nya dwuma na je no mu pese o mu hye no na se hye ya ye nyina no ye ni twa mu se ye ne ye ba ye nka hu se anye ne anye ne ya what it means ne se de be kokofa e dia bre yen as a country no enya de ye nyina no ye ne beje ho enya de ye nyina nso so e be boaye because nipa na wo kana sem kra na wo de na sem abeto abontin like the first chief justice ayi na di ene empam no ene ade wo pam no no apam no sen ono de wajina ne na so awie o wajina ne na so awie de be pa international assignment be na opa ontimenye obetimi aye they said they no am kwe mo social media na ma wo se akando watermale no ne doctor say konto kwa didi o matem ne ade no be some so when you kuzi sen doctor no fa ne bag a onya hwe kra no ne private hospital bi oba akotra ho na wo so ye minister si afro se kotra hospital ye ma betimi aye hwe sa harsh conditions we mu na doctor ka cho say nsuo ni ho se ya we obi a wo dwene oh bi a mama ye be 2 minutes with a phone call to the regional office kra no on betimi aso plan nsuo e de amoma mo betimi aye adwuma. But here's the case of what done home now attack doctor no to the sense and my team but who was social media so say he has been sacked. For what reason?
Okay.
Well, we know mommy and train money. Not judicial no so mommy and more buy. You bo buy as a country no. Yeah, never boy. Just how kangaroo court be na who kromano. Yeah, court na ko your friends say pamper some ho. We are 3 minutes as you do as maybe call. Ya ko jelu ni ayo say. Me judicial no be. And on bezo mo de ba nti o mu yes ane mane ma. That's it. That yo there.
That akwese chi na atenka no. Mojib. Akwaba.
Over. Let us say.
Na me adom na so e.
E de nyame ase say asori na pa na mo jedi afrisa ne we mu. Ya de ase de ni kabia be mo twedi ampo. Yankopo. O ma no so bi ekoso kama e de nyame ase. Ye be chia eye Kessben FM ne Kessben TV on what TV a titru Old Tafo NDC amanyoko bia omuti efiri bia ayeche omena no pay na nchia kese pa a free Mr. Prince Omar ana Alhaji Prince Omar wose amfamre Kessben mo workers ni na wose otemo kache na Alhaji Prince Omar mebra penyin no ohun se me ba Kessben and also me fanchi asronko emremo especially KOD so ten and catch ebi me ami nua amorusu o se dani na hana ne TV da enti no se me ba hade ana me ba ne fi amorusu be bia wo bia me che ana no pedi eboko mate se me ami wo fachi kwesichi obronsem bi so na the Judicial to a Tamale Teaching Hospital, their course. Now, for when Musa, Mr. Kwesichi said, I didn't see I did the buy went me Musano. No,
say it's not something that I am discussing.
Very well.
You have to delve into it. It will take you away from what we are talking about. So it was a passing comment, that's why.
Okay. But so, yes, etifu omudi
o bibi a o de clarify why
etifu omuti so omunnim asem no fariba ombeka se bia ne kan no waka no se minister kwagina Tamale government hospital etiati amanfo sebi his excellency John Dramani Mahama appointment away so ombeka ya the first engagement with the ministers and the CEOs wakachi obopefi say na ba na obebu no or the humility respect and ebebu man obi biara because of power kakra upon the amount no obebu ye officer bi and civil servant bi animtia ye be ro watade me say me ofache onim pa and so enye possible say okugina ho an we omudide in fact what transpired no una ugina ho anka ho no mprimprim ho na anka be ro natade but eno de wonka accident is see ya omaja ni person kwantimfi awafa magu no eno de wonka hwasem o ti ase nipa no nso ne nkwahia o yere wo ma
okay
nti wo kan wa kan no
right you move on.
Yes, the issue of CJ I are suspending no em say mahu say MPP amanyuku omu yem hihye omu na de tie ni offer ofa banchi na de bo ampisi na wudi a wadi banchi enya sa anso na ofa banchi na de gari anase udi fufu gari to na wudi a wadi banchi enya good. Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution. Ama nipa bi a wo o my we mu a we of sound minded 18 years and above. Say emre bi a wo sa 1992 Constitution mu bia no. I was say we abide by it. The say nti no nipa ku o mu fi say Justice Tuko no ne ni bi ene ne nsem bi ensem fata no. Omo ho akwanya se ombetwere krata dia petitions for her removal and I yes. And so it is based on their constitutional right. And our man penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama so no. Eye de diaba and also ohwe no di achiri. Nti no se uhu se ene ade achiama eye CJ yeso wontena nchen a eno so your constitutional mandate or execute. A constitutional mandate, you see, a constitution ama ho kwan say ye execute. A year Bafu Boni, Justice Bafu Boni, I want also be take you over no. And also crona say a constitutional mandate. Nti dwumadie na ye di no. Bibie ni ho a ya tomra, anase baabie ni ho a ya duru a ya jampe ana ya anye ni ya yakofa bibi fufura bishim. You understand that? Ne say nti no yede nyame ase se wie no petition na ye no yede ma Council of State am bie no omuhu said there is a prima facie that has been established yeni na yeni age kama se bie nwoma nim no nsem bi wo ho a na ehu behia se mpanyimfo betena so na die ya wum ne se ye pone ho kakra kire se eye maame no woko eye ne private trip bi
ana pone ho
oh say your national communication officer pone ho
let us say assembly needs a PA no mohunu so you can make public comment about it.
But I think say Council of State establish the prima facie.
Yeah, that's what we know.
You understand?
But I'm rather say it say bibi or more cano a babonting.
Offer in one way or the other, everybody has his own way of getting information. As to say,
no, say a pone hon tray.
And I may
just say, be the information a bro say this is the content of the petition.
So that is what I'm saying. Say we got it from our
communication and
officer.
It was on radio yesterday explaining.
So as to be able information free, and we'll leave it up to that.
Okay.
The major judge say, so being his your friend is saying the communication officer, that is where we got it from. Say, Mameno, ni bi a no woye, and an jumedi bi a ye no ye CJ no di no. In fact, na hu be hia say ye be nhwem wesan say na jumedi na wodi no. Jumedi, she is the third arm of government. Ewo my way mo. Enti na hu be hia say ye behwe na mo tu. In fact, offer nipa bi wa daje a omodi monitor nipa bi ne ewu. Se me no mienu na efi se bibia yo okay a. Nipa bi wo ho a ono adaje a obegye de ahwe wo no. Quite different from said the wadwen ye wo so obi monitor wo no. The make sure say it's no say oman no futuum na odi tu sa kwan of which anka enye boni bia.
No, on say me problem ne say se sha ase kosa na je say merit of case na ye be discuss you but constitution no e ma ho kwan sa de same gemfinura no working afi na maame no so mra public no me explain say de same gemfi ka no entisa na we should leave that to the committee. It to me, no, it was not necessary for.
I don't know whether you are not interested to hear what transpired.
No, why should I be interested? Because see, I'm coming as a journalist. They come paper and say, "Kakwe do the ball, my meaning na, monfani na my." Now ye amudi
access to it.
Good news,
you are making a point. Yes.
But embarrassing there be. Yemfa ma obia. Na se party a ona na baati so na braso no bi de sa petition say akotia chief justice na communication director de wono time de ke kwadu no e betra radio so na o chirechiri mu a wo bra obi any access to it. To be honest with you, and the kind of run on. There are others that we don't know. It happened na wunyai ma many uncle. Now the committee no work because I feel as I say there's some vika ye be fa say na no cre say what na busuafo to kwan emrama no kwan emrama no kwan but constitution
for the benefit of that doubt for the benefit of doubt you Rasamije Mfi or a lawyer by profession.
Yeah, I know.
You know that.
Yeah.
And so under no circumstances will he go beyond the stance of the law.
No. I want to make point.
Let me get in. Point. If we are so sure, say, Emrana Makwai, say, yen discuss it and who be.
Yes, Emrana Makwai said discuss you. Emrana Makwai said yen disclose. It is a one to be our part no
case whereby some of the details of the petition.
Yes, you don't come and disclose it.
So let's leave it there.
Yes.
But let's grant him that benefit that he's a lawyer and so he knows what he's doing.
What he's doing is wrong. What he's doing is wrong.
I really stand to differ. Except that I don't know the constitutional provision.
No, constitutional provision is say the issue is held so that we can in camera.
That is what I'm saying. That for the benefit of the doubt, him being a lawyer, I so believe, he is so sure of what he was doing.
It's not the matter of being a lawyer. It's the matter of the fact that on no party no power, on no person he has access to it.
Okay.
And Wobeka.
Okay.
Constitution say you do wasem as chief justice. Yemfa metu bedwam.
Okay.
Enti ya ma petition or respond ye bibia no yemfa ma obia. Demo ye wie dia. Ye di asem na wie die. E na Ghana fo be hu kwadu e de kobo wo. Ye enti ye jawo. Ene kwadu e de kobo wo enti ayi ye tu wo.
Okay.
Enti as a communication officer of a party in power no. Process na say presidents are suspended no. Obaka ko yi ne ho ano. Si be jansi nya no eno de ho.
Yeah.
But for you to say be a menya opportunity akohunti. Me baba be travel you no baba ka de. Na che say purpose unti e na say chief justice send you no. Any so obi a ti di wo mo no. Wo opportunity a wo nti no.
Okay.
Oh ka. So the hona me wo problem kakra no.
Okay.
Say ko jai ma ye ka wie na nko oba be kirem die nti a. Ghana e koye a chief justice se etu no a. Ene ne wo ho kwan. Na ka Ghana fo nyata say no waye. But say in constitution it say inipa no ni position ogina ne nti no. Ebetima basa asem no kra enye no kra. To di kan be dina asem obadwam wie a. Wagu no no asem we bi a ye nyae no a. E ka say onyae. Chief Justice Grass say we say tin na omo ye ni say let everything be held in camera.
Okay.
So that nothing comes out. So say petitioners name kro ntimi publish you
at all.
They be why? Etika wo dey o party wo power no. Se be ye obi nkonya adwen bi say say mo abopɔ kra say obe yenti na uche and wo tie no no say wo tie mu a say
of amebo emse assembly a wo kan na me baso say ya bropo na ye di ma me na frim na me busa le say Charlotte say so no ma bropo epo bia na I mean so the word epo you want to politicize the issue, you know, that one we totally agree with it. We disagree with it because so okay say ya bropo na eno dey obi na train petition nipa miensa na maka mo trebom na mo fi se nyoma bi nkoyi efa CJ no
yeah
and mo tro mo petition
yes your constitutional right
and so if we are exercising a constitutional mandate now say ya bopo what does that mean nyoma ye se ya ba mu nyoma bebre what you say enti say ye nyoma bi a na nyoma bi abebom na efi say we have to take care of it epo a wo say ya bo no eno ne de in fact ye no NDC abano ye ni sa suban of way ne ya target no say ye ba be na free ho no we don't do that.
Okay, but that's
me kai say deputy IGP mo na mo de ne bae ye tete ye ana me boa enya mo na
elevate no
ye bae ye fi say na dwuma bi a wo ye so ani he's doing very well yam promote no ene wa me IGP
okay
eno ade na wan ka say
right but that's mama conductor homra say wa kasa che right
and so that is neither here or there eno de ya omunya
right mama conductor dog
it is there It is. Kajan said, you see, neither here nor there. No, it is there. Because already nobody can Canada. Say Chief Justice no, Muba Mubino. Where the can a friend saying a letter commission, Muba Mubino. Who Ankasa Wakabi. The other now over catcher say, the bad and over catcher say, no, it will ram so. And the money be a me say, some medium fears and what you to Muntem. What I say, the power because we say,
we are not responsible.
What you to say, at least I'm me pato 10 years. Asama Kofi kan no me gidi se efa emrakwam no kura ni nyame anim ye nyina ye nim se wontimi mprejaji obi uwie na se koba se nipa no ne ho so a na wokoka ne sen asama ye ka ni nyina no no agisa nsem media sen ka bebro ho obetimi de atutu obi aso what I say ba wo ye emphatic ma me no de ni kunu o de ni nuanom o de ne ho ahone akutu kwan na ye ze ba mama wo kwa de bia ne ba ni nachi ada no no de ye nyina di as a friend say boy ye friend say
oh man, yes, sir.
Oh, one no two quack baby. I don't know me casa. And the social media no home so. And yet net timreno and now be a became be no fun word. The social media records are there. And in our show so to two quack on meetings near the digging a boy and come. And you know mummy and she. No point then say I no cry now. They no crack a woman in the choir. Nikun or Niska or the take it. And as I don't want to delve deep into it. Let's
put a stop to copy. I don't want to comment on say all right to do or no right to do. We have not been giving copies.
Ya could say we are now said they be a cano. Because I tell women and most central for be. So Monsono said boys in the bar no mu yes almost stop home. They allow them to talk. Omola no manas piu sanema we nyina wie owie anafe na okazo we dey na say na wafe na obechichi ho enti omu ba no mu ka bibi na mfa kwamu a yen stop home before he gets out of hand because we yesa na oyesa na obie kwan no obi so na tenchen no so de ne de agim na kwakwa yo na fe ye ko ne say na bibia na kwakwa ye politics na ndisi for ne say na bibi for ne say na dade say kwan no de omu atwa to ho what I say BBC pen and also ba be research wa wo be research no kra de watwam nti so what I say de bodua no anka oyi nantwe ne to no sa pepe na anka wonsem ti sa na agro ne ko bo the next time no once we be better position we abekeka the same thing it me just one ne o see ahwe
that constitutional provision na a criticize the ambassador edri na me ne lawyer din consult ya say Justice of the Supreme Court, Omumubia from High Court, Court of Appeal, Supreme Court, Electoral Commissioner, or the Kata Koma Mampenia, or the Koma Chief Justice.
Exactly.
Mampeni ye be bia, Kopim say Chief Justice Brenner say aye, yen free. Chief Justice name dear, Mampeni, Ena, or the Mac Council of State.
Exactly.
No power committee. No Timiasa suspended. Can we continue in this way? Because it make the office of Chief Justice easy to remove.
Sanity,
easy. The academy na the Koma Chief Justice no but to go Mampeni to me way. But why we Chief Justice no also be to an enquire with.
What I say, I don't think hard.
Is it good for the constitution too?
And I want to be blower was here to me year. What I say, go with you more. You see, we in a constitution on the Yanchumi near daddy. But the science is saying when you now will be a only had your papa the 4 man and 1. Oh, baby, be all the best. What did the mechanism? Ko papa ya onu obeya chairman committee chairman na samo toko nu nsemo ya obi so di appeal akwasi empam no
and I read it somewhere but I don't know
I just the fact Mahama kasa ana edema toko nu se enhwe na semo what I say onu kasa so na wo sen ko transem no so appeal na MPP for no dia aba no omo former attorney general na friend saying lawyers we dey akose Chief Justice there ono hot traso ono an ka say ne ho jojo no ntimi ma ono so na sem ewo Chief Justice wa Chief Justice ahwehwemu it is akoya ono an kasa musa be fa no na mo kasa ono an kasa so me chairman ewo obi an asem wo ne nsem ho a obi say ye ne papam ne ekono anya ne papam ne ekono enti mo mi ahwe ne ma ne ye what I say say bibi pa na ye kata so mo aso ene ye pese ye ne ma bi ni ehye baabi a eka papa no kura no ni kwa so obetra panel ne sumpo no aka so wo kwakoye chairman for your friend say committee aba be Chief Justice asemu obi a wo po yi wo petition da nanimu a obetimi atro paper me yi wadie na afi wonya no say ono mum aba be di wonsem na wo na wo hwe na asemu a Some judicial no answer rapper you would give man at the trim. At the moment, my in the hall.
Okay.
But the judicial no na me feel say was because in the absence of anything, crano, judicial no hall.
And your last hope.
Yes, last hope. If you had me a master hope na nyejuma. Na hard you name. Remember why you so they now count. I will galamsi no.
That my mention say free remember Mujibu Mrem na fi. Mujibu.
Ofa. Asema papa ike. Justice or chair committee. I was sending some a woman me some way. Who can I have information?
Oh, be pity me pato one ka say repair. Me pato baby me pato te me mean intro me say. Me say. David me trans say. Me ba nya butre ma me kama say. Obi the petition akoma president. I'm a president out forward the ama chief justice.
O kasa na me wo de.
Na we this obi.
Ana me say. O source how they kasa asem na no na dey. Now we are looking at the aba. Ah ye di ho komo. Ye committee. Now, per the walking, you want to discredit the strength of this committee.
Oh, please.
And now, person about 40. O person or discredit a juma a do modi mo babe, which is not fair. It is totally not fair. We yes sir. Now, who the bias no ebe tumkra and a juma di na.
Until na make us say
what is wrong?
Commentary outside Saudi win and what because they all came and after some fee.
Yes.
Eddie no. And also have some fee call.
I think we've gone past OB program so comment. Now we are dealing with something different.
So we use Saudi way too.
Yes.
Okay.
Say ono monocro or chair committee no. Petition for president or chief justice and also responded to. I wanted us to take away all those
people
comments.
Now people like Dr. Kosichi and Paul and what have you said they are okay. They are trying to undermine the strength of this.
No,
issue got to do with say na ehun here say obabema commentary and post comment be concerning the issue ehun akwanya ni ho say obe discuss meanwhile I don't know in camera na sa anyoma no on the be sure no. And I said him being a lawyer I know he is assured of what he was doing and what have you. But now, you take committee, you discuss issue.
Okay.
Committee na yet. Yes, committee na yet. Allow the committee to work.
Okay.
Don't let omo mutie no. Ebe feel as if say committee no cry.
Those who are also making comment about allegations. For fight against Galamsey, Akonta Mine Lance Minister Burahai. What do you have to say?
Offer Akonta Mine. Omadienya Omawi.
This station rules the nation.
Offer only say Akonta Mine. All this while, Omo represented Omaino a Jessica in the name of the nation, in one way or the other. The entire makasa. When say some of the dealer, Omoni illegal miners ni no. Say weekly, Omoji royalties free Omonche.
Allegation or something you have authoritative evidence.
It was established by evidence in the press conference.
It
was established in the press conference. The Lands and Natural Resources Minister. And we all know the merit in that press conference. Press conference anymore. We cannot substantiate or prove. Now, Suswan pass it. Na otu wani hwe river tunnel de aye na ekohwehwe mu a eye muam original chairman untumi muam original chairman
untumi nye bibia
oh Akonta Mine hwan dia
yes so you see mebo so mention Akonta Mining.
I'm coming.
So, of course, in company law, no.
Allow me in.
There be also when you know be a baby, I have to come in.
Okay.
Mention Akonta Mining.
Okay.
Maybe I can say, as me see, was shares room.
Okay.
We'll say they are two different things.
Okay.
And we are a factory by a name.
I'm interested.
It could be open.
I'm interested in that name.
Aha.
Into the Mibuni Dean. So we're part of Akonta Mine. Are we okay with that?
Yeah.
I'm interested in that man. So what Timmy be a good year and to say a two akunyam and a two tables so at the chair of my Timam for say we a media. Me wo to me wo police me wo soldier me wo hwan me wo abam saa na de wo ye no saa na eye oman no ana odi ase awa in one way or the other esan so wo to me wo president na to me be na wo apart from say wo ye mining no I even want to call their work as an illegal. To label them as illegal miners, even though they have the lease to work. Because obuni ye na no mo ye no. Ansa nkoye legal mining na no mo ye. Ofa dem what I say because say we legally approved say ubetima ye adwuma. I think o conduct o nyoma bi a wo ye bia no. It was illegal. Na say wo jai na wo sa kofa ade bi illegal na wo ye ade say ye nsuo. Now, apart from say, we say you should and assassin or be a good from no. Who said timid and assassin be ma or more muni crata and now money to be crata and mine illegally now job royalty. No. They are yet to prove that.
Okay.
They are yet to prove that.
Right. My call Dr. Home. I'm a time into my 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
I'm a 4 minutes.
Debut. Pepe.
Mame kasa mi dika ne nyina
we are nam ha
dika ne nyina
come 4 minutes
chama untimi onye illegal miner
said
mame repeat bi o onye sa illegal miner ne bi chama untimi ne nkrata odi ye adwuma ene new month de ne ye pepepe krata ekuta Ibrahim ono so de ye ne miner no the same papers no bi ene kuta chama untimi nya illegal miner oye adwuma mama documents ne bi oye na adwuma legally. South forest ni bi forest ya wo kan wasem no oni ho ne bi bia ni ho eti ama Kofi bua no ono wa fairly in advance wa fairly asemo ka nyina nya no kre ene no kre na ka if anything at all kra no so wo bo obi charger sansa na be bo obi charger dia ba be gina TV so say no na ka wa mani pa kro no so opportunity no de ade kana sem na de ade na wo ka no ni mo hwe wo so no na de ade amankrofo ade so forest commission for nsem. And this is for you, no more sense as no. We are no baba catch or set my own to me, and I say, assassin. Tell my own to me, ni hot, no, yet, Juma. One of most assassin, one of most say assassin. Because you want to say assassin. I mean, no bring forest now, Muka was no. And you want to say, no, say, my own to me, Quafa. Moko, go and kill them. Monko, woman, Mukumu. What's Obian who Nimuno? Obian on 4 Bianco. It was here on nipa kona kwache no mo so abeka na mu ntimi kwache no mo ne ma maye basa no na mpese mo kataso but obi enu a obeja ama makataso ama Kofi bua ono ankasa ni fiche ne chama hwe ono an ankasa ni fiche hwe se de waye hwe ne western region ono hwe se de mo se ho what is what baby na no aka obeka che se forest bi ho a 175,000 football pitches and I say what me bobo odin bi se obi na ohwan woni na akwakoye Wati wa wodi roba ye na niase a wosusu no wakaze sunu na solve problem woti wakeka na ma basa de chairperson anado ayi friend say lance kakra we ya wokofia so no na wati wa woti ni so no owra
the rob na ye na niase
o the roba ye na niase na wati wa wo fifi na niase say yesi esu ne de solve problem kona ko solve problem no ono na net won na no dwadwadwadwa na wo say declare state of emergency the president will declare wo ba ye no state of emergency no wo won fiche Western Regional Chairman NDC and a co-hodu Sojani first time in my life I will say Sojani be called duty. I was so called board chairman amane under your watch. Our one kasa region generation Western region of there why behind on one kasa in the backyard. And then I didn't wait me a kafa home. At me the messer no want to mean Yajuma on fan tour. No nyas will complain. At my ben or by why. And the kasa. Me kwati blue guard, me kwati yellow guard, me kwati latif for, me koma red for, basa ana de titi komazi.
Okay.
Ade ba juma no waye okroma no, wati wona o blemu kofo. Me say ya dia wo bubo din dia. Ba bia wo mu ko inspection ni nyina no. ome bodin ne omo onu saland ne ehu go wo ka say asase about 175 size of 175,000 football pitches and ya say no want me amodin na fe dia wo si wakofia ni main forest na ni main forest ready na wo bokra no nipa no nya ono a wo si wakohwa wo na wo titi ni so de wo ba se oni asisu onya hu bibia onya ne gnema na oti wo ye no o de sabu nipa for that dem ade yin kasa tenten on ko ye juma no
a very serious ayini e ka ho na Dr. Cheti dem ho e ka che say ye illegal mining.
Mona moye.
In 3 months.
Mona moye.
Since we resume office.
Yes, mona moye. Mona moye.
About 120 days.
One day crowd only
but you are giving a serious allegation on nyoma ye nyoma papa obi di ne hu. And now what distance akonta mining from Chamaun to me.
Again, I will never do that.
Listen to me.
Me distance Chamaun to me. No. No, who make a point to be against her?
Don't do that. You did but we agree say akonta mining Chama Untumi is part and parcel of Chama.
It is for him.
Yeah, no, this one is standard. Yeah, what can I know?
Okay. Oh, he didn't dispute that. Okay.
Yes.
Now, what we are saying is that you establishing.
Nothing has been established as we speak today.
You establishing. Yes, Uncle Fukuwe and our company and it won't reserve. Now.
We know it.
And yet, if not because of time, I'll be able to give you a detail of what I
ministry.
So we already have them.
The almost evidence in them.
Say and I say de say the esino esi of which you are ankasa ujitum say esi ya ye video ama one documentary ye two for my science ase na ade we da we your friend say who tape buy for more than 1 month ni na ye na ye bobo say be hu nipa kra omo yes adwuma no ye che mo nyoma some of akonta miners some of the associate no ye follow up to get their goods back. And now what them we catch and say
that's it. Doc, final word here.
I did make a Ghana for say galanse no ye kan wa sensa no. Anya dey affect nipa ba kun.
Obi a
ye nyina ba fie ho no ye nyina ne no. And this for no na mo ni problem no ka tie me. And this for no na mo ni problem no. That is not the issue. And this for no mo ba no mo ni problem no. Mose munim dada mama be catch us all the AI artificial intelligence and all the back home and what ba dey here na say wo bako ade no no ye fi ho munya complain no obi aye bibi na mo ba chi na mo nche no stop the complaint and work na munya za mo de mama ne kai wan kasa bo I'll use AI to fight Galamsey. It is there.
Right.
Right.
Abdul Mujib
happy birthday, Uncle Emma. Eunice Boahin. We if you near Seth or Kessben Media. Seth singing your name Eunice Boahin on the
okay, Eunice, okay.
Baba Fefe no that one. Seth in your no.
Hey, Dr. Say.
Oh my goodness. Seth what you? Dog say you're bad. Happy birthday, Uncle Eunice. Nyame sha pa na onto nkwanem. The akawa ni nyina no omebi akwa akase ma sanso na happy birthday enkoma Jennifer kwatma menu we efri wunua obrempon ene baby girl ha won say the way twatu no oh Jennifer nyamisha pa na oma onyin be peni pa fa be ye hweso e mama e wo wiase
that's right
on show no munsu wati nyamisha pa over.
It is here. I was for what Dr. Akwasiche and former communication director of MPP Ashanti Region Abdul Mujib Rahman, and also a communication team member at the ruling NDC. KOD so meboa me mala me ya ne bobo ansibia no me de Kofi Appiah onyame ya no ochna yes I atrase bio na the another edition of Maakye dwumadi so abrɛw ochna KOD betadwam na me so bata na chi sabre de Sergio Lakaya krado Milford National Good Moon 7 no na ode eba yakra mo